Still filling theatres here and around the globe, the story of Tina Turner. It's one of talent, pain, violence, and superstardom. That journey from Nutbush, Tennessee to the world's biggest stadiums is still enthralling audiences today. The sheer adrenaline and excitement of her performance made Tina Turner one of the greatest singers of all time.
I want to hear you sing. You're simply the best. Get up on your feet and ready. Come on now. Let me see you. Better than all the rest. Don't be shy, everybody. Get up. Come on. Better than anyone. Let me hear you sing. Anyone I ever met. That's right, y'all.
Tina Turner was the first black female performer that I saw who was unashamedly rock and roll. She was a master of owning the stage, and she was a master of the craft of movement, of stage presence.
I'm touched by this show of emotion. Should I be fractured by your lack of devotion?
Tina, of course, was absolute life force. A human dynamo.
Oh, you better be good to me.
She had a way of transforming songs so that she owned them. She had a way of increasing the resonance of it so that it was resonating with millions of people.
Born Anna Mae Bullock, she started singing in her local Baptist church. But when she met Ike Turner, it changed her life. Front and centre of his band, he named her Tina Turner before they were married. It was her voice and presence that brought them stardom. Tell me the first time you became aware of Tina Turner.
The first time was in the late 60s when Tina was on TV. Sitting there as a teenager, I couldn't believe it, what I was looking at. To see her, though, perform was unbelievable. This hair with her legs open, that's what I want to stress. That was transgressive. It was amazing to see. And she was in your face, literally. My mother would have probably loved her, but would not have loved me being like her.
I wonder if that shocked quite a lot of people. I mean, that open leg stance was something that nobody else was doing.
That power stance is such a statement for a woman to make.
Left a good job in the city.
She's saying, you have come into my world and you will follow my lead.
Worrying about the way things might have been.
We're gonna have fun, it's gonna be energetic, entertaining, and I am the commander-in-chief. Just by that stance, let alone the rest of the physicality. And I love that.
There would be no Beyonce, there would be no Taylor Swift, there would be no Madonna. None of these women would have existed without Tina Turner.
By the mid-70s, her marriage to Ike was in crisis. He became even more controlling of Tina's career and brutally abusive behind closed doors.
He was paranoid about me leaving, so that was the beginning of the end. That violence and how evil he was. It was every day, every moment. Always angry with me. Oh, he treated me like I was a prisoner and he was the guard.
Eventually, Tina fled into hiding before later emerging as a solo artist and crossing the Atlantic.
Tina Turner, welcome to London. How long are you going to be with us this time?
Well, quite a while. I'm also going to do some recording while I'm here for the first time.
You've been on your own now for 3 years. Has it been very difficult to establish yourself as a solo artist? Have you almost had to start again in a way?
Exactly, starting again. That's exactly what it was like 2 years of that. It was very difficult, but it's sort of finally coming together now.
You ask me if I love you, and I choke on my reply.
When she did finally free herself, the message that was coming in was coming from England. So it was these English rock musicians, these white boys, they related to her. They understood what she was doing. Mick Jagger saw who she was.
To see the real you. Oh, sometimes when we touch.
Her record company went to see her playing live because David Bowie wanted to go out and see her himself. And they wouldn't have been at that gig if it hadn't been for the fact that David Bowie thought she was the best female performer out there.
During the period when I didn't have a record, all my British fans supported me. You've got such great musicians here, and they need somebody to really stand on top of their music, really. That's what they've all said. They've always wanted a voice that could really stand in there and do what they've really wanted all the time. And I always wanted to do that for myself, to have the right music that I wanted under me, and it's always come from here. It's incredible.
Now, Tina Turner celebrates her birthday on Saturday. At this very moment, she's in Dubai, but she's got a hit on her hands in Britain.
Let me say the same, baby.
I was first aware of Tina Turner via the great institution of Top of the Pops. They showed a video of Let's Stay Together. I just thought, what a great voice. Her voice struck me as being pretty special. You just didn't see black women inhabit that space, you know, in rock. I just have that image of strength, power, and assuredness.
I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money. Do what you want me to do.
It was Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits, the biggest British rock band of the 1980s, who wrote her most famous album's title track.
I'd written Private Dancer as a signal for respect. Tina just fastened on it straight away. I got to know what it was like to work in the studio with Tina. Nothing but a joy.
I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money.
Tina made it the song it is. Mine was a kind of a smoky club style of an approach. But Tina's was just fists and, you know, seismic.
She was playing to 180,000 people.
We'd not seen that with women before, solo artists. It just did not happen. And Tina was one of the first.
You couldn't imagine her doing anything else. She was just the absolute queen of that scene. She dominated it, just in the same way that she would dominate a song.
The song that sums up Tina for me is the first one I ever heard, which is Proud Mary.
I'll just always remember Tina's pure, unadulterated joy at life. I always think if Tina's looking down on us now, if she's doing anything, she's rolling on the river. And happy about the fact that she's the queen of rock and roll, and always will be.